Hello, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you are. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday, and I'm here live again with you with another topic. And the topic for today is who to network in large organizations. And if you have been with me on Tuesday Talks, welcome back. And if it's the first time, welcome. I always talk about two topics with senior managers and seasoned professionals that they either want to land higher profile roles, unapologetic, or they are in senior positions and they want to go do some work in conjunction with what they're doing currently in their day-to-day job. The work we do with the first group is to position you as a senior leader, and the work that we do with the second group is to monetize the work that you have been doing and your skill set. And why a girl that her background is technology and transformation is doing this work is because throughout my life, my professional life, I've always seen so many great people that they are heart behind a movement, initiative, and brain behind some large piece of work, but they never get to the higher position roles. And I always wondered why. I studied it, I researched it, and I decided to change that because I believe our organizations and corporate land needs to be changed. So, in everything that I do, the books that I've written, the program Executive Elevate that I have created, anything that I do, basically, I am at service of getting people, senior managers, that they are futuristic, caring for people and planet, and they are driven to get to the roles that they deserve. So then they can change the way we operate for better. The topic for today is who you need to network if you are in large corporates or you are a small company that works in conjunction with large organizations. And it's important that you see networking as part of your job, not on the side. See, there's a difference between if you're seeing it as a condiment next to the main dish or seeing it as part of the main dish. It is the connections and the network and the health of your network and the liveliness of it is livelihood of it is actually tightly associated with your net worth. Who we know is important, and actually who knows us. So if you are in a large organization and wanted to think of who I need to connect to, here are 4 or 5 categories of groups of people or spaces that I invite you to start thinking about as how I can connect to them and what's the mutual benefit of that connection or that network, that link that you create. First one is people that they are in sales space. They are the people that they connected to external part of the organization, outside our organization, and they do have a good understanding of market and the movement. Normally, they know our internal products, and they know our clients, and they know the market. So that's the first group. Second group that might not be really apparent is there's benefit in knowing them is people that they are in partnership management or they are the ones that they help. Could be they could be in legal team. They could have a special department or a space that is called business unit that is called partnership management. But they are really good people for you to get to know them and for them to know you, because a lot of connections, a lot of agreements with our partner requires people that they have internal knowledge as how our system works, as well as connecting it with our partner's organization. So it's really beneficial to connect and get to know people that are in partnership management type work. Another one is procurement or vendor management. Vendors are a specific type of partner that the direction is that they offer us services. Is again, I personally got a lot of benefit from understanding procurement and people that are in data space, not because I ever will become a procurement girl. It's just I never knew what's involved in data space, the type of contract that they design and form, the type of policies there, how they make decisions, how they will basically, what is the policies, rules, procedures in data space. And it was really great for me to learn how a large organization procurement work, what are the financial constraints or consideration in data space. And I remember once I made a connection with someone that was in procurement when I joined a very large companies. And I needed to hire a lot of people and I needed to work with new vendors that they weren't part of the panel. And I sat with one of the procurement managers and I said, look, I don't know much about it. Procurement, particularly, I don't know about procurement in this company and I would love to learn. And when he was explaining to me, and I was like, oh my God, I wish I knew these things a lot earlier. And throughout that process, not only I learned a lot, but through 2-3 years that I was working in that organization, it helped me to make a lot of decisions a lot better and in consideration with what's needed and what are the current policies. And it was just simply gold. Another group, the fourth group that I would invite you to do internal networking with is people and culture, particularly recruitment team. Again, they have a good understanding of the market, the type of candidates that are there, the movement. They work with other agencies. They work with a lot of different teams and groups because they hire for them. And I had to work with one team that particularly wanted to reduce the time that is needed for for hiring, and a normal hire would have taken 75 days. And when we started to work with them, not only again I learned a lot, but I understood what are the reasons something would take that long. And over that period, we were able to bring that 75 days to 25 days. The point was when I started to network and connect and then work with that group, it was just another world that I did not know much about it. If you think of it, I am in product and ventures and digital space and investment in those spaces. So what's the likelihood of me knowing about HR and people and culture and recruitment? Very little. I normally would say, oh, I need this talent, or I need this type of person, and then I start interviewing. But I don't know what's going on behind the scene. I don't know what's going on in the market. And that seemed obvious that you should know. But no, I actually didn't. So I invite you to spend some time to connect with the right people in those spaces. A, get learning. Second, understand what's going on and what they can offer you and what you can get to know in those spaces. And the other group, and the last group, the fifth one that I would like you to consider connecting and network with, is the teams that they are working on research and development, R&D, or they're working on cutting edge technology or something that is very niche, probably is not commercialized or monetized yet, and probably will not because it's the nature of R&D. But connecting with those people that they're working with the latest trends on whatever your space, if you are in pharmaceutical, if you are in telco, if you are in financial services, whatever that space is, connecting with those people, again, is definitely valuable because they're working with the latest technology and they know what is, and that is a valuable piece of information that you could benefit from having. You might say, well, okay, all these groups are great. What's the reason? How do I connect with them? And I'm going to give you another 5 C's that might helpful for you to find it as a way to connect. And these 5 are this: being curious about when you're connecting with someone, giving them a compliment, and I'm going to expand on each one of these ones. Finding what is common and highlighting the commonality, offering a contribution, or seeking an opportunity to do the collaboration. So here's the five types of connection or connection starters: being curious, offering a compliment, finding commonality, and offering a contribution and seeking a collaboration. Curious is the one that I suggested. And look, I can't give you a script. You're quite senior, you know how to do this shit. So that's not the case. But it's very simple thing that say, hey, so and so, I'm curious about this topic. I would love to learn. And it makes it super easy for someone that is not in your space, and it's like, who is this person pinging me on corporate chat channel, and say, oh, I'm curious. And exactly that. I'm curious. I would like to learn. I would be grateful if you could have 30 minutes and you explain to me so and so. Compliment is the same thing with a different slight change. Is that we see a lot of time in corporate news channels, or the internal we normally have internal social space, social media space. Could be a Yammer, could be a Slack channel, could be anything. That we see a team has a win, a success, and normally I reach out and I say, hey, congratulations, I saw a post that said that you've done so and so. I wanted to say hi and say congratulations and learn more about that topic. And we have so and so in common, or I personally have something in common with you, that you're doing this work. And hey, I also have this time that I would like to be able to contribute to your work. An example of contribution: in one of the organizations that I was working in the past, I had me and my colleague, we made a connection, and credit goes to my colleague, made a connection to sustainability team that was working with charity and non-for-profit. And they wanted to get a service out, and I'm pretty good at service design and enjoyed that. So we joined this charity team to help them to redesign their service. And we were basically, part of the work that we were doing was based on the time that our corporate allowed that. And some of them we spent from our personal time, contributing to them from our personal time. And the service that they were designing normally would have taken them 9 months. And as a result of the work that we did for them, with them, that 9 month basically shrank down to 3 months. It was great for them, and it was wonderful for me and my colleague, because we learned a lot as how this specific type of nonprofit works. I could not think of anything more valuable than that we just did this work, and it was just a result of simple networking and finding, okay, what else is happening, how can we contribute to that. And some of it was from our actually time at work, and some of it was our personal time. Those people, those on the two sides, they were still our friends and in our network. And collaboration is the same. You can create wonderful things if you have it in your radar of networking activities. So here is all I have prepared for today for you. Consider networking not as a condiment on the side, but as part of your job, particularly the more senior you are and the more specialized your job is, the more conscious you need to be about it, and more actively allocate some time for this type of activities. Salespeople, partnership management, procurement, R&D, and people and culture recruitment are good teams to network with. If you're a company of 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, there's like a nation that you can connect with. And remember, being curious, offering compliment, finding commonalities, and highlighting that, thinking about contributing to the work that they're doing and seeking an opportunity to collaborate with them to create something meaningful and exciting. And now for action. Since you are here and you know anytime you are in conversation with me, there's always an action. I invite you to have a look around in your current company or even previous companies that you have worked with. Look at any of those spaces and see who you might be able to connect and say hello to them and start networking. Something magical happens. Once you go forward and start the conversation, they will ask you, so what are you doing these days? And that's the opportunity for them, for you to say and share with them what you are good and what you have been cooking these days. And from there, so many great things can happen. But you don't know until you try. Thank you so much, my friend. I hope that you enjoyed this conversation. I'll see you next week, same time, probably a different place. As you can see, again, I'm traveling and it's somewhere else each time. Same time, different place probably, and definitely a different topic. I'll see you soon. Bye.